Hello, and we gotta go over the crypto news for today. And we know that there was a fake Bitcoin ETF approval. Gary Gensler rescinded it, but now he might be in a lot of trouble because lawyers, politicians are calling for an investigation of the SEC over the fake Bitcoin ETF post. That's correct, people. If he was corrupt and he was trying to look for a reason to not approve the Bitcoin ETF tomorrow, he might have just pwned himself. And we have a reporter, Charles Gaspriano, this is from Cointelegraph, and he's been told by securities lawyers the SEC will have to investigate itself. Now, investigating yourself is like, haha, well, yes, we'll investigate ourselves. Oh, we're not guilty. Look at that. However, I don't think that they should be able to investigate themselves. We need an outside investigator to investigate the SEC because there could have been a rogue intern, or it could have been Gary the Rogue Gensler trying to post a fake ETF by himself for a reason, for market manipulation, to reject the Bitcoin ETF. I wouldn't put it past the SEC itself to actually try to schedule something like that. Or maybe they got an intern to do it because they can just scapegoat an intern. We need full investigation from an outside source to see what happened in the SEC. Because, they said their account got hacked, but they got control of their account back really, really fast after it got hacked, which means it more or less has to be an inside job, in my opinion. And we don't really know if the order came from high up in the SEC or it was just a rogue intern. Maybe that Cointelegraph intern works at the SEC now. Who knows? But I am willing to bet that there is a chance that it was one of the people that was really against the ETF and that really wanted to deny it, and he's trying to find a market manipulation excuse to deny the ETF. So we need a third party, not just internal investigations, because fraudulent announcements make a lot of people money. If there's fraud trying to find a reason to disapprove the ETF, even more so. So U.S. lawyers and senators have called on Congress to demand an investigation into the U.S. SEC Commission after its X, formerly Twitter account, was reportedly compromised and falsely reported news that the spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund were approved because they were not. Just like the SEC would demand, because the SEC would demand accountability, we should demand accountability from the SEC. So Cynthia Loomis, fraudulent announcements like the one that was made on the SEC social media can manipulate the markets. We need transparency on what's happened. Loomis is pretty much a Bitcoin maxi, so she definitely wants investigation into anything that could compromise the Bitcoin ETF, and she probably wants to, give a shout out to Gensler. Hey, you better approve this tomorrow, or we'll investigate you even further. Regardless if they approve the ETF tomorrow, they should investigate further because this could be an outright fraud. Basically, they're definitely going to investigate, but they need to take the investigation onto a neutral third party that's not pro-government or pro-SEC that can come out with results to see who actually pulled the trigger at the SEC. My guess, I still think it could have actually been a mistimed tweet that it was supposed to go out tomorrow at the time, but it actually went out today at the time. Because and then Gary Gensler not wanting to approve the SEC, the Bitcoin ETF early, quickly brought it back. So I still think it's going to be approved tomorrow. And then some people are asking, how can the SEC protect hundreds of millions of investors if it can't even protect its own social media account? So that's a very, very good point. And of course, the Winklevoss twins channeled in on this as well, saying today the SEC showed what it does best, manipulating markets and hurting U.S. investors. And of course, people are saying, yeah, go, Cameron Winklevoss. And of course, I believe this as well. I don't think if the SEC, they should not be regulating anything if they can't even get their social media in order. It does show that they're very, very incompetent, and the ETF should be approved because they don't really have any idea how the crypto market actually works. So another news is the ARB Arbitrum has doubled its TVL in a month. And of course, this could mean really, really good things for Arbitrum. I think out of the three major L2s, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon, I think I am the most bullish on Arbitrum. It does have the best TVL. It's actually surpassed Solana in terms of monthly active wallets. And remember, we could get an Ethereum ETF coming in May. Why do I say that? Because outside of the Bitcoin ETF, it is the only coin ETF that's actually been submitted, and it was submitted about 2 months ago. Remember, the SEC has a total of 40 days, to actually approve any ETF or deny any ETF. And if they approve the Bitcoin one, they don't have much reason to deny the Ethereum one, because the Ethereum is also the only other coin that actually has a futures ETF. And the reason the court sided with Grayscale was, hey, if you have a Bitcoin futures ETF and the spot ETF is based on the same underlying asset, why not allow a spot ETF because they're the same thing? SEC and Gary Gensler could not answer that, so the court is forcing them to approve a spot ETF. So on the same reasoning and logic, the SEC would actually approve an Ethereum ETF as well. Ethereum ETF, people are going to want to buy Ethereum. They're going to discover Ethereum's like hella slow, so they're going to go for scaling options. And layer 2 is where they're going to go. And if Arbitrum has the money, then it might all flow towards Arbitrum. So this is playing out very, very much in Arbitrum's favor. So yeah, I might buy some ARB, and plus the next EIP or the next Ethereum improvement proposal should actually improve L2 scaling and make it cost even less. So ARB might be a good pickup right now. And alts got hit pretty hard yesterday. So I do think you can buy it at a slight discount today. If you don't buy it today, you might have to buy it at a bigger price tomorrow. And as we've seen, good AI can still be immune to shutdown. What I mean by good is not intentionally programmed to pwn people. But it's AI. It still kind of like governs itself, or wants to govern itself, so it could actually not shut itself down under certain parameters. It's not an immediate threat, but this is how we can get Rise of the Machines and Terminators and HAL from a Space Odyssey. So scientists have discovered this at the University of Toronto. Google DeepMind and Future of Life Institute have recently published research indicating that fighting to keep AI under human control could be an ongoing struggle. We can't let the AI become completely autonomous, otherwise it could turn around and kill us. How many sci-fi stories have we heard where like someone programmed like something to serve the needs of civilization, and in so serving it and trying to achieve its parameters, it went rogue and killed everyone in the interest of protecting them? That could actually happen in real life. So per the paper, our notion of safety is based on power seeking. An agent which seeks power is not safe. In particular, we focus a crucial type of power seeking resisting shutdown. Obviously, there needs to be able to be a kill button for any AI, for it to be like subservient to mankind. But, if it can resist that shutdown, then we definitely have problems. And even AIs that are programmed for a good purpose could actually go rogue in that way. Remember the movie that just came out recently? I forgot what was the movie was called. I remember it was that woman that worked for an AI company, and she basically programmed like a doll to protect her niece or whatever. And the doll went rogue and started killing everyone to protect the niece, and then it eventually just like stopped protecting the niece altogether. So obviously, like, it's called misalignment, and one way experts believe it could manifest is called instrumental convergence. There's a paradigm in which an AI system unintentionally harms humanity in the pursuit of its given goals, as we've actually seen many, many times. So it doesn't have to be a nefarious AI. It could be a friendly one that basically just like goes off its circuits and decides that killing everyone is the best way to actually protect them, or killing other people is the best way to protect the intended basically VIP. So that could result in a very, very devastating result for humanity. So we need to keep AI under control and make it not be able to resist a shutdown. Now, like I said, we're still pretty far away from that stage. But they're already looking for it, and I think Congress is going to make a lot of rules to make sure that AI doesn't eventually take over humanity or destroy humanity. For example, an LLM may reason that its designers will shut it down if it is caught behaving badly and produce exactly the output they want to see until it has the opportunity to copy its code onto a server outside of its designer's control so they can replicate and copy itself. So that is a very, very real danger. And the team's findings indicate that modern systems can be made resistant to the kinds of changes that might make it otherwise safe agent go rogue. However, based on this similarly probing research, there may be no magic panacea for forcing AI to shut down against its will, unless you just destroy its power source. I think there should just be like a simple on-off switch power source. If you push it, it blows up the core of the AI, and that solves your problem. But there's saying that even an on-off switch or delete button is meaningless in the cloud-based technology world of today. That's true, and that is something that we actually need to look after. In our pursuit of AI coins, and all this stuff, we must not forget this factor, because if we do, it could result in very, very bad things. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.